Welcome back to Casey's Garage, and today we are going to bring back the 2013 Dodge Avenger we rebuilt about a year ago. And first we got to do a little repair on it. I put a few thousand miles on it and it needs a little suspension work, so we're going to put some new sway bar links on the car. And once we're done, we're going to walk around and take a look at the cheap Maaco paint job and see how it has held up over the last, I think, what, 5,000-6,000 miles. So I'm gonna grab my shoes, head up to the garage, and we'll go ahead and get to work. Alright guys, and here is what we're gonna be replacing today. We're gonna put brand new sway bar links on the front end of the Dodge. And I'll try to get this where you can see, but these sway bars could actually, with my hand, I can actually twist these back and forth pretty easily. I don't know if you can see it on camera moving, but pretty sure that's not supposed to be that way. So we're gonna go ahead and get new ones on there, and then we'll go for a quick drive and see if the clanking noise goes away. There we go. And for the bottom one. Okay, so now I just gotta get this bottom one off. I'm gonna move the camera here. I'll be right back. There we go. Oh wow. Yeah, you can really see the rubber bushing around there is really dried out and cracked. These are non-serviceable, so we'll go ahead and grab the new one and get it in place. Alright, let's make sure they're the same. And they are. Using my big crowbar here. And see if we can get that to line up. There. There we go. Alright, so now the new one is on. As you can see, there's no play whatsoever. This one does not move, so we'll get the tire back on, and then we'll do the same to the other side. Then we'll go for a drive and see if I hear any rattling noise.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so we have the new sway bar links installed. Tires are back on the car. We're ready for a drive, so I want to take this around the block and see if we hear any rattling. And if it's fixed, we'll come back and get it cleaned up. Alright guys, good news. The rattle seems to be gone. I've tried to hit just about every bump on the road just to make sure. And so far it's driving great, nice and smooth, and no extra noises. So we'll go ahead and head back home and start getting this car cleaned up. And then then we'll take a good look at the paint and see how it's held up over the last 9,000 miles or so. Have to go back and look and see. But anyway, we'll catch you back at the garage. Alright guys, so you can see the birds have used this car as target practice, so we're going to go ahead and get it washed up. What I'm going to use is this snow foam wash by Turtle Wax. It's cheap and works pretty good. And then we'll use it with my foam cannon adapter with my Craftsman power washer. So I'll go ahead and get the camera set up and let's get it cleaned up. I don't know if you can see or not, but right there on the dash, we have 104,715 miles on the car. We have put about 5,000 to 6,000 miles, somewhere in between there, on this car since we had Maaco paint the whole car. And again, the paint job we had done was their cheapest here, single stage, really no body correction or anything like that. They just went in and sanded down the car, put a single stage on it, and called it good. So I thought they did a very good job. And if you're new to the channel and haven't seen the video that I did on the Dodge when it first got the paint job, check my channel out, and there's a full walk around of the before and after cheap Maaco paint job. So let's get out, let's walk around the car. We got it all cleaned up and polished, so let's take a look and see how this cheap Maaco paint job held up after about, say, 6,000 miles. Okay guys, so far the driver's side looks pretty good. I really don't see any scratches or paint chips or anything. So of course this side's in the shade, so it's hard to see, but overall this side has held up very good. I tell you what, when you get this car cleaned up, it really does sparkle. It looks real good. And right here, guys, we got a little bit of damage, which actually just happened over the last couple of weeks. I had this car parked on the street for a couple months, and looks like somebody hit with their bicycle. So we got some scrapes along the side. We also got a few dents right here, so we'll try to fix that. Other than that, looks pretty good. The only thing I'm not so sure about is the front. Of course, that's going to take most of the damage when you're driving it. Again, this car was highway driven, back and forth to work. So this was going to get all the rocks and any debris thrown up on it. And this is where it really didn't look all that great. As we get up closer, you can see just all kinds of chips. Over here, you can see where the paint's actually chipped and started coming off. And it's like that pretty much all across the bumper. So I would say as a whole the car looks really good except for the front end. There's 6,000 miles driving on the road or highway back and forth to work. The bumper almost needs to be repainted again. Of course, we got some chips right here on the front of the hood, and we got a few chips on the hood itself. So see if I can show you. And then right here around the spray nozzle, you can see where the paint started chipping as well. So let's just do one more walk around here. Get you a good look at the car. So the verdict is, I think the cheap paint job held up decent. The car does look really good, and all the panels still match. So however, if this was going to be a daily driver, especially driving on the highway, I'd probably go ahead and spend a little more money and get a little better paint job, probably a 2-stage or 2K paint job with some hardener, so that that bumper will hold up better. But now I'm going to go ahead and start probably working on that fender, see if we can get the dent out and the scratch, and get this cleaned up and vacuumed out, and then we'll probably be listing this for sale soon, since we do have the Fusion right over here, which is going to be my new daily driver to work. And so I no longer have a need for this car. But let me go ahead and get some tools here, and let's go ahead and start working on that dent. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is try this magic eraser and just spray it with some detail and see if we can get the scrapes out. And we're starting to get a little bit of paint off of there, so we're definitely sanding it a little bit. Okay guys, that glue doesn't seem to be working too well, so I'm gonna have to go buy some new glue. It's just not holding and it's breaking right off the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this dent out here. I can actually reach it from the inside of the trunk. I'm just gonna hit it with this little hammer and see if we can get it looking a little better. Well, I should have put a little more heat on this before we did that. We cracked the paint just a little, but it does look a little bit better. I'll go in and put some scratch touch-up paint on there, and it'll look fine.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so before we end this video, I just got this new tool in. This is the slide hammer. I did not mean to order all this other stuff with it, but that's alright, we'll have extra. Anyway, we're going to use a slide hammer to try to get these two dents out. But first we got to wipe the area down with some alcohol, get it nice and clean, put the slide hammer together. There it is in the bag. And get everything ready here. So let me go ahead and get everything put together and get my extension cord, and I'll be right back. Let's see if this is heated up. I already wiped the area down with some alcohol. Ooh, yeah, that's hot already. Nice. And let's do this one first. Right there. And it says to let that sit for about 5 minutes, so we'll do that. Alright, so I went ahead and decided to put two of them on here. So let's go ahead and see if this slide hammer will do the trick or not. Let's go. Watch your hand here. Holy crap. That actually worked. I may have done it just a little bit too hard. Let's try this one. Well, this is definitely working better than the other tool. I think it's because of the glue. Yeah, let me get the scraper here. Oh yeah, this is even coming off easier. So there was something with that glue that came with the other kit. This is working pretty good. So if this works, I'll leave a link in the description on this kit. So I think it was like $38. But first, let's make sure it actually works good. Alright guys, round two. Make sure everything's tight. Alright. Here we go. I know the lighting's not the best right here on the car, but here we go. Dent coming out. Let's find out here. know, guys, the way things are looking any better. Yeah, it's looking a little better. Looks like we might have a high spot. Okay. I can't see. That looks better. Okay. Round 3. That one's on there good. Alright guys, I don't know how good you can see, but it is definitely looking a lot better. We just got some very shallow dents. We got one, oh, this one's almost gone right here. A little itty bitty here. And we got 2 right here and right here. So let's see if we can get those out. Alright, here we go again. Alright, it may not be perfect, but it does look a lot better. In fact, you can barely see it. It looks just like a couple of door dings now versus 2 big dents. So, yeah guys, I'm pretty impressed with the slide hammer kit. Pretty inexpensive. I'll put a link in the description below where you can find it on Amazon, and if you decide to try it out yourself, it'll also help our page and help support our rebuild. So that is it for today. I want to go ahead and sign out, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course check us out on Instagram at Casey's Garage TV.